There you go. Can you hear me now?
Hold on. Let me.
Can you hear me?
No, that's not you. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Talk.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can.
Hey. So I had a little technical difficulties. I'm not usually the one behind the all the craziness. It's usually Zach. Zach is not here. Welcome to Breaking Down the Tape. Again, it is Hector. It is just me today. Zach is away doing some family duties. Can't be with us today. Sorry to the fans. There will not be an episode either this week. We could not get one in. Zach is not even in New York or PA. He is in Delaware right now doing some business, like I said. So it is just me. Just me. No holds bar. No Zach to stop me. And thank you, Chrissy. Not a whole hour, but thank you. Yeah, a little couple technical difficulties. We couldn't figure out why I wasn't seen or heard for about 5 minutes. Zach, thank you. We love and miss you, and we will see you next week. We'll have both our episodes ready for next week. Tons to talk about. But this week is just me and the fans. And I call this one The Fans Say What They Say. So I want a bunch of them to just jump on, throw out a bunch of topics. We'll go at it. We'll debate. If anyone feels like they want to jump on, I can shoot them a stream, throw them on for a few minutes or whatnot. We can debate a topic or something. So yeah, it's just us. No Zach. I got my handy dandy bowl. Nice little Bud Light. And let's get to it. So I know last night was the Bucks Phoenix game. And I know Hoove is having fun out there. No, he's having a ball. Giannis is coming back. Now it's tied 2-2. Now it's a game. For both teams, I don't see a definitive winner just yet. No consistency just yet. The Bucks weren't there for the first two games. Phoenix has been the last two games. But Chris Paul needs to step it up if they're going to win on the Phoenix end. On Milwaukee side, Giannis is doing everything he can over the last 7 or 8 games. He's thrown up 30-plus points, his 10-plus rebounds, his key blocks in the games that you'll see. But Middleton has been hit or miss. Drew Holiday has been hit or miss. Apparently, these guys only want to show up when they're home. But when they're away, should Conor McGregor give it up already? And why is your answer yes? Christy, yes, Conor McGregor should give it up. And my answer is because he's old and all he has now is a bunch of excuses to throw out. And now his excuse is that, doctors in the UFC and everyone all knew going into the fight that he had stress fractures in his leg and they knew it was bound to break. You're throwing up excuses, bro. You're old, you're washed up. You caught the hands from Poirier not once but twice. And if you jump in the ring with anyone of real caliber, you're just going to get washed again. And Nick, does size matter? It's not the size of the boat, it's the motion in the ocean. I try to keep a straight face for that one. Ooh, how you feel about your Milwaukee Bucks? I know you were saying the other day, amen, baby. Yeah. I know you were saying in sports me Bucks and 6. What else we got going on? All-Star game, Otani. I don't know how he ends up with the win in the All-Star game if he only pitched like an inning. I don't know, Hoof. Like I said, they who tries to say that Chris Middleton will show up in game 5. Ultimately, all 3 players for the Bucks will win on the road. Until I see one of the Bucks players besides Giannis show up on the road, I don't see them winning in Phoenix. But I'll give it to you. If they pull out game 5, it'd be tough for Phoenix to win game 6 in Milwaukee. I'll give them that one. I'll give them that. But to say that they're going to show up on the road, I can see a game 7 in Phoenix. And then at that, it's just a toss-up. Everyone predicted Trey Lance to the Niners. Trey Lance is come on. Trey Lance. Are we still on that? Are we still on Trey Lance to the Niners? You want to talk about NFL? Let's talk about Richard Sherman. Well, how about that Niner? What's going on with that man? That man's career looked like it's over. That man's career looked like it's done. Who to collapse? I'm not saying that you didn't. You've never said that Trey Lance weren't going to the Niners. I'm just saying it's not worth it. Ain't nothing to talk about there. He ain't gonna be starting the QB. Still got Garoppolo there. Now you got your ex San Fran 49er, Richard Sherman, pulling some stupid shit. I think Justin, yeah, I was hoping because Justin Fields fit well in that system, better than Trey Lance, but he's on the Bears. Trey Lance is on the Niners. Trey Lance will sit on the bench forever, probably never touch the field, and that murder she wrote. Justin Fields would jump on and become a starter in Chicago and end up being very good, and it is what it is. I don't see who would play more games this year, Lance or Fields. I don't see Lance touching the field unless Garoppolo gets hurt or something crazy happens. I don't see Trey Lance touching the field. Justin Fields. Justin Fields, on the other hand, I could see him touching the field by week 5, 4, maybe. Depends. Like, I mean, I don't know why they're putting so much effort into Andy Dalton. I guess they don't want. I guess I understand the reason of Justin Fields, sitting the season. The way Zach says it all the time, like, don't start your rookie quarterback. You're throwing so much faith into Andy Dalton, like, oh. Pete Alonso won 2 home run derbies in a row. Who takes it next year, or is it a three-peat? I don't know if Pete Alonso comes out for a three-peat. If he comes out for a three-peat, I still say he doesn't win it. I will give it to. I would give it to Vlad, because I think Vlad will do it again next year. Vlad or even Shohei. Shohei says he wants to go back out there, do it again. I don't see Pete Alonso doing a third in a row. What else you guys got for me? Like I said, we got Who's Tribunal Fantasy League. I got the 7th overall pick. My co-host Zach has the number 1 overall pick. And I think I'm going to take it. I think I'm going to win this. Believe in myself. I truly do. What's up, James? James from Boda. It's only me on today. It's a little lame right now. I got the fans just throwing topics out. Zach's out doing his family duties. He's not around. So I said I'd jump on Dolo and see if the fans want to just throw topics out, and we'll converse. Hoove has been on. My lady has been on. And I just said how I think I'm gonna take that tribunal league. I think I'm gonna win it. I think I'm gonna take it all. 7th overall pick. I don't know, Hoove. I don't know. I think Ghost is afraid of me. He wants to be nice now. You can lick my taint. How about those words right there? Uh, and James, Wendy's. Wendy's breakfast slaps. Have you tried the breakfast baconator? That just slaps. Hoove, you know me. I'm always in it for the kill. Guys, if you don't know James from Boda, he's a figment of our imagination. Boston fan. He's only showing his face now because the Yankees Red Sox game was postponed today. That was kind of a corny joke. Wendy's nuts go on your breakfast. Okay. Get the fuck out of here. It's all right, James. It's all right. Cubs just traded Jock Peterson to the Braves for minor league first baseman Bryce Ball. That's interesting. That is interesting. Yes, Christy. The game for Boston Yankees was postponed due to a COVID outbreak. No one knows exactly who got it or why. But they say it was from the Yankees side, which if they had an outbreak before earlier in the season within like training staff members and like one or two players. I don't think it'll get too crazy. I think they did a great job at containing everything. So we'll see if they release more news or if they even play tomorrow. Maybe they postpone again. Maybe it's postpone the series. But we're just gonna have to wait and see at least until tomorrow afternoon to see what they say. I think I scared James away. He hasn't said anything since I called him out as a Boston fan. It's all right. We don't want Boston fans on here anyway. Boo. Boo, you sad. Just like we whooped the Astros' asses. Which, that's another thing. It's another thing. All these Astro fans want to talk big about Altuve having 2 home runs off the Yankees pit. And that tattoo, bro. Tattoo is... it was an embarrassing tattoo. Well, how is the name of your daughter an embarrassing tattoo? Or it wasn't finished. That's a 25-minute tattoo. That's a tattoo you go in the same day. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You're just like, yo, put that name right there. Unfinished. He was cheating. Definitely had something under that jersey. What's going on, Drop the Mic? Drop the Mic, another buddy from Sports Me. If you're not on Sports Me, I don't blame you. I'm just kidding. Sports Me is cool. Sports Me is cool. What's going on? Drop the Mic. What you got? What you got? We might Drop the Mic's a Chiefs fan. You know, he always likes to talk about fuck Pat Mahomes. If you're not on Sports Me, you ain't cool. Is that why Ghost jumped back on? You realized he wasn't cool, so he had to come back on. Let me stop. I'm just an ass sometimes. No, I'm an ass all the time. But Zach can't stop me today. There's no shame on you. Down, doggy, down. So I'm looking into the Yankee situation with the COVID. They're saying there's multiple Yankees that had tested positive, along with Jonathan Loizaga, Nestor Cortez, Aaron Judge, Higashioka, Urshela. I don't know how the fuck this broke out. This must have been a Boston setup where they put, wherever they were going to stay at the hotels, they COVID the hotel and let them move in because they knew what was about to happen. They were about to get that ass spanked. You're so funny, Christy. You're so funny. It If I had to pick one Steeler wide receiver, who you taking? Mike, is that all time or like on the roster right now? Because if it's the roster right now, I'm taking Claypool. I said what I said. Yeah, I'm taking Claypool. I said what I said. What is it, Johnson? That Deontay Johnson, whatever. He's a little inconsistent. I mean, he's a good receiver. He's a little inconsistent. Claypool is more consistent in his catch rate. He can do the short route and the long route. He got pretty good speed. He's still young, under a decent contract. He's not asking for too much. He got a good upside. So, I mean, out of all the receivers, I got to go Claypool. Chrissy's just throwing shout outs to everybody she knows on Sports Me. Chrissy, my beloved fiance, is a sad to say Dallas Cowboys fan. Like she says, once you go Dak, you never go back. And I guess so, because they gave him the contract, so they're stuck with them. But it's okay, Christy. It's okay. But I do believe Dak will do very well this year. He has two receivers that, if the offense plays to their capability, two top receivers in the league, two top fantasy receivers in the league, in Lamb and Cooper. So if that comes back and he's 100%, even if Zeke doesn't play the greatest, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. I think those two receivers are going to do great. I don't know where the Cowboys is going to end up. Hoove, I really don't know, Hoove. I don't know. Maybe Derek and Jeff reached out to everyone, and gave a stern talking to or something. I don't know. He hasn't reached out to me in a while. He hasn't bitched at me in a while. I don't know. Maybe everybody realized that stupidity got to stop. I don't know. But that Tribunal Fantasy League, like I said, I think Ghost is going to win it. I think he's going to win it. Maybe. Who knows? All right. You copied that, right? Who? All right, cool. Smoking the bowl, smoking that good shit. So this is what my girl, fiance, Sports Me is. She said there's more drama on Sports Me in high school. I guess. I mean, when it comes down to people not actually just wanting to talk about sports and the sport takes, I guess it gets pretty fucking pathetic sometimes, but everyone has their egos and want to defend themselves, so You love it. You should just download the app. See, Hoove, I don't. So that whole rule in that tribunal where, okay, so guys that you don't know, I'm in the fantasy tribunal league with Hoove. He is the commissioner. Got a bunch of sports me guys on there. And I guess the winner, correct me if I'm wrong, Hoove, the winner of every week or the highest scoring team of every week gets to pick a team to bench a player, any one of their choosing. So like I can, tell Hoove to bench his best player, or whoever has Derrick Henry, or like whatever the case may be. I don't see. I think about my team and the best option. I don't go, oh, because I don't like this guy, I'm gonna try to fuck him over. It might fuck me over thinking that way. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna gun for certain people just because we don't like each other or some shit. I'm thinking smart in a league. Yeah, it's a free league, so I don't pay attention as much in free leagues, but this one has a little to it, so I'll pay attention and play my game. Hoove likes to start some of that drama too. Bitch ass bitch. That's why your Bucks are gonna lose. And that I said what I said. I know you heard me, Hoove. I know you heard me. What else you guys got for me? What else you guys got for me? Ain't nobody wanna bring nothing up. What you guys want to talk about? I got something. Let's talk about MVP. MVP of the NFL. Who do you think? You wait. As well as a top scorer choosing a player. Copy. So there's two safe teams. Two safe teams. Okay. And then Christy said, still let me stop. Hey, that came out of your mouth, Christy. You said what you said. Well, the guy always recording while driving and the girlfriends and the catfish accounts are all like the same people. I'm just throwing that out there. Copy. So it's the top scorer of every week. Am I right, Hoove? Every top scorer of every week. So it's not not who's well, yeah. Okay, yeah. Top scorer of every week. So okay. Copy. No, yeah, it's a little weird for me too. Guys don't know. I do a couple fantasy leagues. I have the Degenerates. Shout out to the Degenerates League. actually, for you guys that listen into the Degenerates episodes. They will be coming back during the week when we do our weekly episodes. Degenerates will be coming back. Football season is kicking off. Fantasy football, our league is together. I got all 12 guys confirmed, put into place. A money pot is bumping up from $50 to $100 now. I got a little surprise for everybody. I'm taking some of that money. I'm putting it into the trophy. The rest of the money will get divvied out into the winnings. But we're going to get a trophy and engraved with previous winners over the last 3 seasons. And the winner of this season, they'll hold it on for the year. And every year they'll pass it on to the next guy. But on Hooves Tribunal League, my league is a 12-man league. He's doing a 14-man league. I've never done a 14-man league. Little quirks to the rules and how things work. So it's new to me. Interesting. Got a couple good guys, good football guys on there. A couple rivalries that who've maneuvered and planned out to throw us all in the same division. I know what you're doing, Hoove. We all know what you're doing. And he also planned it out where I got the 7th pick, and the 2 guys got the 8th and 9th pick. So, yeah, I see you, Hoove. But all good in love in sports. You know what I mean? Love and basketball. All good in love and basketball. Or football in this case. Luck of the draw. Yeah, you were doing the video shaking the hat, and then you clipped the video off, and you were shuffling through names. Yeah, I'm watching you, Hoove. I'm watching you. I know how you guys do it in Milwaukee. So, early predictions, MVP. Who you think in the NFL, guys? Who you think in the NFL is taking the early prediction of MVP? I'd be scared too. I don't think so, Hoove. Hoove. Dak. She was not happy with that there. Well, tell Shiva she can come meet me. I'm all about the hands. And Christy over here will always put her money on Dak. Dak is actually a very decent pick, though. He is a front runner to win MVP behind Patty Mahomes. They think he's going to come back after the ankle and really ball out. Which, like I said, if he plays the way he's supposed to play, and he's 100%, he has 2 top receivers in the league on his lineup in CeeDee Lamb and Cooper. He can potentially play MVP type ball. The team will still end up going fucking 9-8, but he can play some MVP type ball. Balling like my testicles. You already know. That's it. I mean, that no one else got any picks for MVP. I'm saying Zach Wilson. Fuck it. Zach Wilson, MVP of the league. No one's listening to us anyway. They don't care what I'm saying. Jameson Winston. That's who's gonna fucking win MVP. Fitz magic. That's a good one, Who. How long did that take for you to come up with that one? I want to know how long it took for you to come up with that one. One, I've never really sat through all like the paranormal activity movies or investigations and stuff. Some of them seem too corny for me. Two, I actually do believe in like ghosts and shit. You never know. The other world, the other side. But I'm not, I guess, easily spooken by that kind of stuff. Especially when they have to make burner accounts. Burner accounts. You're retarded. Oh, come on, guys. What else you got for me? Trying to bring up some, see what else they got. Burner of Stone? Yo, tell them. Call them out. Burner of Stone. I will outsmoke you any day of the week. Mind you, I'm gonna fucking smoke check your team in this league too. And that, I said what I said. How do you guys think Hector and Zach versus the league looks like? So it's more like gonna be like me versus the league. Zach doesn't even know what's happening. He's just gonna have to take my help me take my side, which I can fight my own battles. No, I fuck with Bonner Stone. He's fucking awesome. You just like starting rivalries with everyone. That's ludicrous. Cancel breaking down the tape. I mean, half the shit we've said and done on our lives and shit, and you haven't got banned or something. I'm surprised. So, who's such a nice guy? Burner of Stone? I love Burner. Burner's awesome. I got no beef with Burner. Oh. So Hoove is a I'm more of a roller coaster than Chris Middleton. Ouch. I would say I'm more consistent than Chris Middleton. Fuck. At least you know what you're getting from me. I'm straightforward. I'm a dick. Like, let's just put it plain and simple. So, what do you guys think about Saquon Barkley? Do you think he comes back 100%? You guys think he comes back 100% and is ready for week 1? I think he is. I think even though in his media days coming up to pretty much this present day, he's been very broad. He hasn't said much. He's been saying, I'm getting healthy, I'm getting there, but he won't put a timetable of when he'll be on the field or be ready for any certain week. I think he's just holding out to make sure he's 100%. I think he is 100%. And I think he'll come out and he'll be ready for week 1. I think he'll help Danny Dimes over there because they didn't have that presence at the running back once he left. Once he got hurt, he didn't have much presence, and Danny Dimes was struggling back there. I think with Saquon coming back, Danny Dimes got less pressure on his shoulders, stress on his shoulders. He can dink and dive, hand the ball off to Saquon. The offensive line has gotten better than it was last year. That defense, people are sleeping on it. That defense is real. It's not, I wouldn't say it's, something to like ooh and ah over. I'm not saying it's like one of the top defenses in the league, but they have been playing over the last stretch of last season as a top defense in the league. So don't sleep on that defense. That front line is very good. That front four is very, very good. And people are saying the weapons on offense, why they get Galladay, which I'm still oof about Galladay, but with them going out in the draft and they're getting, what's his name, Tooney or whatever, who's supposed to be one of the best receivers coming out of the draft. Giants have always been good in the receiving core, so I don't necessarily worry when it comes to the people they pick to be a receiver on the team. And Danny Dimes, even though, we struggle about the way he plays, but his struggles are fumbles. The man is one of the top deep throwers in the league. Deep throwers, get it right. Get your head out the gutter, motherfuckers. Deep throwers, not throwers. All right? We know that. We say that for the Cowboys and the Patriots and all the Boston fans, and, we say that for them. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. You already know, Chris. Anybody else want me to talk about their team? I'll talk smack about anybody team. Who? Talk smack about who team? Talk smack about who team? Talk back about for Chris team. Who's that other viewer? I don't even know who that other viewer is. I'll talk smack about your team too. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. At this point, shit. I'm getting to talk about what Philly should do with Ben Simmons. What up, Cobes? Good old Cobes. Cobes, it's just me today, man. It's just me. No Zach. He's out doing his own thing. He can't be around today. So I got people just throwing me topics, trying to talk some shit. So you said talk about what Philly should do with Ben Simmons. Well, obviously he's been having what's been already reported is that there's been at least 6 teams to come out and say they're willing to trade for Ben Simmons. Now to say what team should, it's so hard because Ben Simmons' game, yeah, he's a big guard, in which I don't even think he should be playing guard, honestly. He just can't shoot. It's so weird with his game, man. The man can't throw a shot up. So, like, what do you do with that kind of player? I mean, if he builds a shot, he can be unstoppable. But yeah, this has to be the bucket for him to make a fucking shot. This has to be the bucket. All right. Don't ask me why I got a party bucket there, but I do. So I really don't know who maybe I don't even know. I don't know where he could fit. He's so weird. Josh Allen, top 5 QB list everywhere. Yes. Okay. Let me correct myself. Josh Allen is a top 5 to 10 quarterback in the league, fantasy wise, or 5 to more like 12 quarterback in the league, depending on how bad he can also play. But fantasy wise, what? You'd be stupid not to pick up Josh Allen. I mean, I had Josh Allen for most of last season too. Him and Justin Herbert. What? Why you think I'm the fucking reigning champ? I had Josh Allen, Justin Herbert. Actually, I'll bring up the fucking list of my winning squad last season. Because my winning squad, you'd be surprised of how good this team was. And people were like, how the fuck that happened? How'd you get a team like that? I don't even know how I got a team like that. I got Justin Herbert, Johnson from Houston, Montgomery from Chicago, Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson, George Kittle, Hopkins, Tanya, Brown, Reynolds from the Rams. Like, I had a stacked fucking. I dropped 175 points in my winning fucking championship round. Like, I'm just saying. It's so he has an all-around game, Colbs. He has an all-around game. Like he's not Michael Vick when it comes to running or like a Cam Newton, but he's able to extend the pocket. He doesn't use his legs as a mean of like his priority because he still can sling it. He has a very powerful arm. So the way that he can extend that, get that first down if he needs to, and then if you give him the right run game, which he has right now, he has a dual threat run game right now. Plus he can run with his legs. Then you give him what? Possibly, arguably the third best receiver in the league in Stephon Diggs. And Stephon Diggs went out and balled out like he did last year. On top of that, you got John Brown if he can stay healthy because you know what he can do when he's healthy. And if he's not there, you can always just get someone who's going to stay healthy. They got receivers in the cusp that Beasley had played very great last year as a slot receiver for them. He slings the ball around. He extends that play, and he can run with his legs. You've seen he can get 700-800 yards in a season, possibly 1,000 yards in a season on his legs alone. It's so hard to defend that. On top of that, they have a top defense. So most of the time, you know, that defense is doing what they got to do, and he's getting a short field to work with. So you know he's going to make most of it. Come on, you can't. Josh Allen, that team, Buffalo, can't sleep on them. I might fucking try to scoop Josh Allen again. I was thinking about it. I don't like to get my QBs too early though. It's kind of rough trying to get your QBs too early. Oof, colds. Um, I was just talking about this on Sports Meet earlier, and Zach had a few minutes to actually respond to this too. Um, no, no, I don't think he has a chance of making a comeback. He was or is a top member in the NFL Players Association. Um, Canvassing and fighting for the works and the representation for shit that like especially like shit like this. To come out and right now you're 10 years in the league, with what some people would say is 1 or 2 down years in his career. You're looking for a contract somewhere. You possibly got 2, maybe 3 years left in your career before no team's gonna want to pick you up anymore. And then this happens. Like, no one's taking a chance on you anymore. Like, this is it. It doesn't even matter if you're. I mean, you can't even be clear to this. Your wife calls 911. They see you crashed your car in a work zone. You fled the scene of that. They find you at the in-laws' house, and then you try to put up a fight when they try to, because they say they got probable cause to put you under arrest. You try to put up a fight, so they have to release the canine units on you. Like, there's no way that you get out of this unscathed, and then you go back to the NFL and do nah. It's over for him. Good run though. Good run. He is one of the best DBs in the league in a very long time. So did it come out that it's a wrist injury? Is that what it is? I wasn't completely sure of what the hell was going on. So if that's what you heard, I didn't really see anything. If they're saying it's a wrist injury, I watched the first half of the game last night, and then I went to bed with the lady and everything. I watched the first half. I felt like the Suns had all the chances in the world to pull away, but Chris Paul wasn't playing. I guess what we expected. I was like, there's something wrong with him. He's not ill and he's not hurt. He's just not like there's something wrong with him. So if it is a wrist injury, there's something nagging him because there's no way he goes out and balls out and then 15 turnovers in the last 2 games. That's not Chris Paul. So the chances with CP3 and his struggles, I mean, there's 3 games left. It's a best of 3. 2 of them are in Phoenix. My thing is if you're gonna lose in Milwaukee. You can't lose this next one. If CP3 loses this next one, that's it. Milwaukee's walking away as the championship in Game 6. I said what I said. I said what I said. It's weird. It's weird, Colbs, because every time CP3 had a chance of winning a chip, it was always an injury or something that stopped him. He is just that. This one is what sucks even more because he actually overcame COVID and injuries and all that to get to the chip. And if you're gonna let I'm sorry, and that's where it's like that mama mentality where you think like Kobe, Achilles on the free throw line, like broken finger, you put that shit back in place, like you do whatever you gotta do. This is the finals. You fix your body when you're on vacation in Cabo and all that other shit. Like you do what you gotta do on the court. This is it. This is the moments that you're playing for. So I don't give a fuck. One lung looking like Patchy the Pirate, like I don't care. You out there and you getting buckets and you're doing whatever you got to do to win. And yes, Cobes, I said what I said. Now, Giannis, I mean, he wants it. You see it. And he's doing everything he needs to do. He's putting up the minutes and the numbers. Even with the injury to the knee, he came back. He was good after that 1 or 2 games he missed. Putting up the minutes and the numbers. He just needs consistency from Middleton and Drew Holiday and Brook Lopez to do what they got to do. You keep Chris Paul playing like this and shit, you're going to be all right. You let Chris Paul drop 20 to 30 points and you got Booker dropping 40 and you got, Ayton dropping 20 and 20, then you're fucked. That's when you're screwed. What else you guys got for me? Cole's always got some good topics thrown up. I do, but I do see Giannis talking like this because Giannis is always he's like this big little kid, right? And then he has like the slight language, like he knows English, but he has like that harsh accent from him being from I think it's like Greece and whatnot. Um, and then he's part black, so he's like a it's he got like that hard accent and everything, and he's just like a big kid. He's living in the moment. So I feel like this is how he talks instead of being like, "Yo, I had to go take a piss," because it happens in games sometimes. Like, holy shit, I got to take a piss. I I think it's funny. I mean, I don't think he would have said it if they lost. I don't think he would have said it. I think it would have been, I had to check my ankle or something like that, or my knee. They would have made some excuse. But because they won, oh yeah, I had a tinkle, joke on it a little bit. Now, since how many of the monsters puts I picked that? Al Jefferson. That's funny. Al Jefferson. Al. Um, I could picture someone like AI. AI would be like, yo, I had to go take a tinkle. But then AI was trash talking. Like it was the trash talk. So I got a question for you guys out there. Yankees, Red Sox. 4-game series. And if everything comes, I mean, right now there's a COVID protocol thing going down. Series might not even be played. But if it comes back and they're able to squeeze all these games out, it's supposed to be a 4-game series. Yankees are 8 games back. Second half of the season starting. I think we play 8 games with Boston in like 2 weeks. I'm just saying. What else, guys? What else? What you want me to argue out there? I want to thank you guys for throwing the likes and the loves out there. Love you guys too. If you were a chair, what kind of chair would you be? How do you honestly think the Yankees do in the second half? Joe. What's going on, Joe? Joe Maldonado. Good friend. If everyone stays healthy, we can turn this around. It doesn't look like our issues have been really that much of the health side of it, more of just like us being out of sync. If we can get into sync, be that team that can put up the runs and don't have to put so much pressure on our pitching, I think we can do a nice, decent change in the second half. The Yankees are known for a slow start in the first half of the season and a strong push during the second half of the season. So I still see them getting about 90 to 92, maybe 93 wins and making a strong push for a division win, but possibly not, and then maybe getting a wild card. What kind of chair would I be? Oh man, what kind of chair? You know what? I would be a 3-legged chair with no backrest because I want people to feel the pain that I feel every day in my back. And no cushion. Beanbag. Yeah, that's my baby. How about them Rays? They're still behind the Red Sox right now, honestly. And Tyler Glasnow is hurt for, I think, the entire season. So they're out their ace pitcher, even though they're going to play very well. The question is Boston real? Is this Boston team actually real, or is it just like a freak of nature where it's just one of those times where a team actually plays well and they weren't projected to really play well? Not of recently, though, Cobes. Not of recently. Because of recently, they've been one of the better teams in the East. The Red Sox have been more in the third until the last couple chips that they won. It kind of bounces around season to season of who wins the division and who gets as far as where. It just so happens that the Red Sox and Tampa Bay have been closer or won more than the Yankees have just now. But that's neither here nor there because they're gonna. Oh yeah, but we won. But how many times we've reached almost the World Series every single year too? So like it's a bounce back between all three teams. I don't know how Joe. I don't know how they're gonna overcome this COVID thing. It looks like it's a lot of guys. Like I said, it was earlier today. I think he said it was Urshela, Torres, Cortez Jr., Loizica, Stanton. I mean not Stanton. Judge. There was a few guys like getting hit with this COVID shit. I don't know how this broke out. Everything's been good until pretty much right after this All-Star break. Did they not clean and quarantine the hotels well enough? Did they contract it in the airplane? Did they get it at home while they were on the All-Star break? Like, you just don't know. So, until pretty much the MLB comes out and says like they're good to go, I don't think the Yankees will play soon. Maybe in the next week. They'll probably postpone everything. I'm hoping they get to play this Boston series, but we'll see. I don't know how they're going to overcome this shit either. You don't want another COVID breakout. You know what I mean? You don't want it to damper. The season's already halfway through. You don't want it to fuck over everything. All right, guys. I got enough time for one or two more topics, and then I'm going to hop off. Sorry to waste your time for about an hour and a half. It's not as fun without Zach, I know. He's the guy that shoots shit out, and I just fucking randomly say dumb shit. I know. Well, not dumb shit. I just say some wild shit. It's harder to say wild shit when you also got to be the guy to bring up the topic. You know what I mean? I miss you, Zach. Miss you. I need my bald-headed fat man. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Don't need the computer battery dying on me right now. You know what I mean? Jelly bean? So what else you guys got for me? I got enough time for about one or two more topics. I'm signing off, letting you guys know. Stay tuned to Degenerates. We'll be bringing them live, bringing them back. Some of the episodes, what we want to start doing is letting you guys get to know some of the guys on the Degenerates League, since we're coming up to season 4 and you guys love hearing the fucking shit talk that we talk about fantasy football. We want to try to bring on some almost hopefully all the people on the fantasy league, bring them on one at a time. You guys get to know them, listen to their stories, talk about the shit talk that we say in the battles of fantasy football behind the scenes when we're in our group chats and all that crazy jazz shit, and in between the mixes or trades. So we're trying to bring on everybody. We're gonna have fucking crazy over here, crazy got Dak over here. We'll get her on eventually. She doesn't like to show her face too much. Obviously, me and Zach. You've already met Marcus. He's one of the former reigning champs. We'll get him on again. We'll get a couple of the other guys on. Get to meet everybody. See 4 seasons into the Degenerates, man. It's been going strong. We got 2 new members this year. 2 new members. And let's get it going. It's going to be a good one. Dwayne Wade. What you said? Dwayne Wade is a game show host now. Yeah, I think he has 1 or 2 shows he hosts now. I know one is the one with that like box, that cube. You like have to compete games in it. All right, guys. Well, if that's all you guys got from me, then all I gotta say. So I said what I said, bitches. And we'll have Zach back on next week. Episode dropping next week. Sorry for the whole craziness this week. You know, we are human. We have things that we have to take care of. More important things than things that have to be a priority sometimes. So if that's all for everyone, stay tuned next week. Stay tuned for the Degenerates. And I said what I said.